In this documentary, I'm going to be discussing some of the memorable fashion trends from the 1920s to the present day. Kicking it off with the Roaring Twenties, flapper girls, an iconic generation of young women. Their hair was short and curly, extravagant headbands were worn. Their clothing consisted of a fringe or plain knee-length dress. Moving on to the 1930s, the return to femininity. Women's style was elegant and sumptuous. Their ideal body image was sleek and slinky shoulders, simple dress, and pumps were the chosen shoe. The years of World War II, the 1940s, their clothing consisted of either a work uniform, A-line dresses, and Mary Jane shoes. The 1950s, icons like Brigitte Bardot, Grace Kelly, and of course, the most glamorous icon ever, Marilyn Monroe. She was the definition of 1950s Hollywood glamour. And rock and roll fashion consisted of flowing skirts with petticoats underneath, polka dot printed clothing and pump style heels. And here we are at the swinging 60s. The Beatles, flower power and the invention of colour TV. Flared tops, trousers, you name it. Shift and cocktail dresses were a popular fashion item of the 60s. Patterns with floral, groover and peace signs were everywhere. Here on the screen are some of the 60s most memorable fashion icons. Fashion in the 70s was again all about flared everything. Trousers, long sleeve tops, I could go on. With icons like Diana Ross, Gloria Gaynor and many more, disco fashion was huge. Fashion in the 80s is surprisingly very similar to today's fashion. Little did we all know that mom jeans and chunky belts would be making huge comebacks. Layered gold jewellery, gold hoop earrings and more were only some of the popular accessories in the 80s. Windbreaker jackets, fishnet gloves and leg warmers were one of the many iconic rave looks of this era. With brands like Fila, Reebok, Tommy Hilfiger, Adidas and many more had so many popular fashion items in the stores. Just like the 80s, the 1990s fashion is very similar to today's. With popular cult classic movies like Clueless, Pulp Fiction and Pretty Woman inspired the audience to dress like them. The 90s was also the era of grunge. Tattoo chokers, Doc Marten boots, ripped jeans, fishnet tights underneath are some of the fashion staples. We've finally reached the millennial years. This was a mix of good and bad fashion. With icons like J-Lo, the Olsen twins and stars of Disney. Tube tops, bootcut jeans and small baguette handbags and the iconic rimless tinted sunglasses. Hit movies like Mean Girls, Freaky Friday, Lizzie McGuire and High School Musical inspired the fashion of the 2000s with graphic tees, bandanas, leather skirts and more. These were only just some of the staples. Here is YouTube star Steal the Spotlight presenting a couple of 2000s outfits. And now we've finally reached the present day. Some fashion icons of the present day are the Kardashians, actresses like the Pretty Little Liars cast, Gigi and Bella Hadid, Hannah Renee, Kelsey Simone, and Ariana Grande. Some other trends from other decades. Trends of today are coloured hair, fishnet tights, face glitter and flash tattoos. On the screen now is YouTube star Floral Princess and Ariana Grande. When searching for vintage clothing, thrift shopping is your best bet.